Hi, this is Mike Dunn, lead editor of Gaming Trend, and I'm here with another What's in the Box. Today we're looking at Chronicles of Crime. So, Chronicles of Crime is a sort of a whodunit. It's interesting. You basically it's like a game version of CSI or some other crime show, and it is very unique in that it is it's totally app driven. I'm going to be posting a review of this very soon, but I'll get into a little bit more of what the app is all about. But for the purposes of this video, I just want to take a look at what's in the box. So I should note that this is not only the base Chronicles of Crime box, but it is also the added Google Cardboard widget kind of add-on that you can buy separately. I highly recommend adding that on, and I'll show you why in just a minute. So we've got the rules, pretty straightforward, very thin, only about 4 pages. And then we have the main board. And so this right here. So this is where all the cards and all the settings that you'll draw will go. Now, if you look at the board, look at the box, you'll see it has really nice kind of storage capability, and it has a lot of room for add-ons. So there are some expansions to this. This game is set in England, so you're pretty much operating out of Scotland Yard. There is a noir expansion that is basically noir themed, kind of like the pulp noir style. And then I believe there's an expansion that is more focused on like a kind of a supernatural setting. So yeah. One of the key things about Chronicles of Crime is its reusability. Everything is dependent on the scenario that you get on your mobile app. You can get it on a mobile device or on the phone. But basically, the scenario gives you a number of, like, for instance, in this case, these are different people. This is the people deck. There's really nothing identifying here other than the number and the fact that they all look different. So I've played a couple of scenarios in this already where one of these cards was in both scenarios but represented different people. So there's a certain amount of flexibility in regards to that. These is the clue deck. These are general clues, and again, all of the decks, all of the components of this game have a QR code that you scan with your mobile device, and you can ask, basically, you can identify people. You can ask them questions about items, and you can even scan places and do search for clues. So again, when it comes to these items, they're very general, very vague. So one of the things that I've come as you fill this board up, because these go on the board. You'll see the little pins that are on the cards. These are your clues, and they get pinned to the wall. You got to keep track of those. You got to keep track of what they are. So that can be a little hard once you start filling this thing up. And then this is another deck. These are very special clues. That's why they have the star on them. These are very specific to the scenarios. So I haven't seen these reused at all yet, but ostensibly they can be. But they are identified as like very specific, very special clues. And I'll get into that a little bit more with the review. This is basically your team. These are different members of your investigative team. You've got a criminologist, this is basically someone who, if you're investigating a murder case, you would scan him and ask him questions about things that you found or people, he would help you profile like your suspect. You've got the doctor. This is who you would go to inquire about an autopsy. A hacker, if you find a laptop or a mobile device, this guy can help you find out about it. And then a forensic scientist. And if you've got fingerprints or a murder weapon, then they can give you answers about that. So that's pretty cool. And then these right here are locations. And what you do is you actually, as they pop up in the narrative, you actually put these around the board, and you end up putting the people that you find at the locations in these outlines, these card outlines here, so that you can associate them with the location. And then these also have a QR code and a letter for easy identification. So the QR code, that's what enables you to go to the location and then also scan, which brings us to the final piece of the puzzle. And like I said, this is an extra component, but you don't need this specifically, but it is really fun to use. It's basically it's little glasses that you can put on your phone, like so, right? That's pretty cool. And then what you do is you actually when you scan a location, you can actually look around for clues, and then the idea is that you call out those clues to the people that you're playing. They pull the items out of the decks, and then you scan them to identify them and be able to put them on the board. So that's really cool. Now you don't need this. You can also just you can say you don't have VR glasses, and then you can just move your phone around and kind of look around without using the glasses. And then there's also a way to where you can use multiple devices at once, and multiple people can look at the area as well. So that is Chronicles of Crime. And like I said, we're going to have a review up of this shortly. It's Mike Dunn, and this has been What's in the Box. Thanks again.